Hi guys! Welcome back to Making Food Monday. Today is actually special. Does anybody know why today is special? It's special to me because today marks a year since I got my pressure cooker. I actually got it on Black Friday last year, and the first time that I opened it, I'm not sure that it was exactly to the day today, but it marks a whole year this week since I've had my pot. So I've been making these videos almost weekly. I started making them weekly a couple of weeks after I got it because I didn't know how popular it was going to be to begin with. But I really want to thank everybody that's been here with me this whole journey, and this year's been really kind of amazing to me because I can't believe you guys are still here watching. Thank you for being here watching. Now, today's recipe, what we're going to be doing is something that I did not even know was possible in the pot. In fact, I didn't think it was possible, but Dad kept asking me to make it. So I said, you can't do that in the pressure cooker. And he went out and found the recipe that I'm going to be using today. So if today's recipe doesn't turn out, this is on Dad. If it turns out really well, I guess that's on Dad too. But today we're going to be making chicken fettuccine Alfredo. For today's recipe, we're going to be using 3 chicken breasts, some Italian style cheese. If you just have Parmesan cheese, that's okay. Parmesan cheese is actually what the recipe calls for, but I'm going to use this one because it's what I have. It needs just a pinch of nutmeg. We need garlic. We've got to have salted butter, some cream. I've got fettuccine noodles, some chicken bouillon powder. I've got salt. I've got olive oil, and I've got pepper. And that is all we'll be using today, guys. Our very first step today, guys, is to plug in the pot, so I won't be forgetting. Today we are plugging it in first, if I can remember how. There we go. Plug in the pot first, and then we're going to turn it on to our sear roast function. First off, we're going to get our olive oil and just give it maybe a tablespoon or so just to cover the bottom. That's probably 2 tablespoons. So we'll do 2 tablespoons, just enough to cover the bottom. So then I'm going to take my chicken breast, and I've got these partially thawed. I stuck them in the microwave for just a few minutes to thaw them. And then I'm just gonna put them in there in the bottom and let them sear. Okay, and once you've had it searing for about 2 minutes, let's turn it over. Careful, it's popping. Over you. There we go. Oh. There we go. And let them sear on this side for about 2 minutes as well. Once you've had those chicken breasts in there for 2 minutes per side, you're just going to pull them out and stick them in a bowl, put them aside for just a minute. Careful, it's flashy. Okay, now we're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter. And we're just going to drop that right into the hot pot and let it melt. 3 teaspoons of garlic. There's 1. There we go again. There's 2. And there's 3. And then we're going to mix that and keep it moving around and scrape that, the brown stuff off the bottom from the chicken. We're going to get that all mixed in so that nothing's stuck to the bottom of the pot, because we all know that if you have anything stuck to the bottom of the pot, it won't seal correctly. So, for some reason, having things on the bottom of the pot affects the way that it works, and it does not appreciate it. So we're just going to make sure that we scrape all of that off and don't have any little yummy chicken bits stuck to the bottom. Then we're just going to keep stirring that until our butter is melted, and then we're going to add our cream. Okay, now we're going to add 2 cups of heavy cream. There's 1 and 2. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to turn it back onto that sear roast function, and we're going to very slowly, while stirring the whole time, bring this to a boil. So we want our cream to boil, but obviously we do not want it to burn. So while you have this heating up, you want to have your water or your chicken broth ready to go so that you can put it in as soon as this starts to boil, because you don't want it to burn. So make sure you have that sitting kind of on the side waiting for you. Okay, now that I've got it kind of thickened, it's just about ready to boil, so that's good enough for me. Took about 2 minutes. Now I'm going to pour in my water. Oh, yep, see, it's boiling. There we go. Now I'm going to pour in my water to keep it from burning. and then add my chicken bouillon. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of chicken bouillon. There's 1, and there's 2. Okay, to that we're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of salt. In you go. Just a pinch of nutmeg. Just give it just a touch. There we go. And then we're going to stir that up. Okay guys, the next thing we're going to do is add our fettuccine noodles. So all we're going to do is open this whole thing. We're going to use the whole box because that's 1 pound of fettuccine noodles. We're going to open it up. We're going to take some out. Come on. And just to make sure that they will fit in the pot properly, it says to break them in half. And then just add them right to the sauce. Okay guys, now it's time to add our chicken breasts back to the pot. Now you'll notice that these are not all the way cooked. That is perfectly okay because they're going to cook while they're in here. At least that is the idea. So we're just going to place these guys right on top. And then we're ready to seal up our pot. So we're just going to place the lid right on. Seal it up. We're going to choose our chicken function. We're going to bring the time down because this is only going to take, we're only supposed to take 8 minutes. I don't know if this ever happens to anyone but me, but I'm assuming it does, so I'm just going to address it right now. I noticed that my time had started counting down and it wasn't yet sealed. The pressure pin has not come up yet. So all I did was cancel it and start the time over. So hopefully this time it will get enough pressure to seal before it starts counting down. I don't know why it does that. I don't know. If it doesn't seal this time, I'm gonna open it up and kind of scrape the bottom and make sure there's nothing stuck on the bottom. Sometimes that's the problem. If that happens, you just scrape the bottom just a little bit and make sure. I don't want to disturb it too much right now. I'm just hoping it'll do it this time. If it doesn't seal the second time, I'll open it up and I'll make sure there's nothing stuck to the bottom. But it sounds like it's so close that I just want to give it one more shot. Yeah, okay, so I'm having a heck of a time getting this pot to seal. I opened it and scraped it off the bottom a little bit this time, and I'm gonna show you guys my trick in case you have this problem too. I don't know if this is a common trick or if I just made it up, but I came up with a trick to get this to seal. So what I'm doing now is I'm waiting for it to come all the way back to almost sealing, where that little button is kind of bobbling around and it's not quite doing what it's supposed to do. And then I'm gonna show you what I do. Okay. You guys see how this is getting pretty hot. You can see lots of steam coming out of here, and this is right before it's gonna start bobbing around and it's gonna feel like it's trying really hard to seal, but it's just not gonna get there. So what we're watching. Apparently my trick is destined to be kept a secret. Daddy called right in the middle of my recording and I didn't notice that it stopped recording, so I didn't show you guys the moment of impact. Let me show you again what I did. It's already sealed for now, but let me just show you guys what I did here. As soon as it started bobbing around, I just waited for it to look like it was ready to seal, and I put my hands on both sides of this little guy and pushed down real hard just once, and it whoop, stuck up there and sealed immediately. It was instantly sealed. I can't believe I didn't show you guys that. I thought I had it recorded and I was so excited to get to show you guys my little trick, but sorry. I didn't get to show you the trick in action. That's how I sealed my pot this time though. No idea why it wouldn't seal originally. That's not the problem that I thought I would have with this recipe. I really thought that it was the cream that was gonna be the problem, because I've always heard that you can't put cream in a pressure cooker because it will curdle if you put it in the pressure cooker. I don't know if that's gonna be the case. It hasn't happened yet, but I didn't have it under pressure until just a second ago. Anyway, I've got it under pressure now. It's gonna be just a few minutes until it's ready, and then we can open it up and see if we were right or not about the cream in the pressure cooker. I'm really curious about this. Okay guys, with all that extra cook time that it got, I'm pretty sure I don't need to let it come down naturally, so now that I got it to seal, I'm gonna go ahead and let it back out. There it goes. Okay, now we're just gonna open this up and see what all that pressure did for us. Dad's home! Hi Dad!
Hello.
Looks pretty tasty. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull the chicken breasts out and slice them. Okay, I've got all the chicken cut up. I'm going to add it right back to the pot and mix it all up. Okay guys, now it's time to add our cheese. We're gonna add half a cup of Parmesan cheese, or Italian style cheese is what I have. So we're just gonna add half a cup right there. Mix it up. That's gonna thicken our sauce for us. That's our culprit right there, by the way. That's the reason it wouldn't seal. Those noodles were stuck to the bottom. Okay, I've got it all plated up. Now all we need are our guinea pigs. Do it.
Guinea pigs! Must have food, must have food. So hungry, so hungry, so hungry.
Looks like dinner must be late today. Everybody's turned into zombies. Who thinks it smells awesome?
Me.
Who thinks it looks yummy?
Me.
Who wants to try it?
Me.
Ooh, this one over here wants to try it?
May want to
Hey,
taste the
wait.
noodles.
That's not what we're having. Eat your plain noodles. Have a
Plain
taste.
noodles.
Have your taste.
What do you think?
Sideways thumbs. Thanks, man.
Welcome.
All right, let's see. Who wants to go first?
Me.
It's Mia's turn.
Yay. No, we want me and Bobby to do it. How many thumbs?
Sideways thumbs. Nice. Thanks, Mia. All right, Nana's turn.
I'm really excited. It's noodles and chicken. That chicken is very flavorful.
It's good.
Those noodles are delicious.
Thanks, man. Do we get any thumbs? Nice. Dad's turn.
Alright. Bless you.
That's your husband.
It smells really good.
That's your husband.
Mmm. Oh, yummy. The noodles are perfect, like I like them. Good flavor. That gets 2 huge thumbs up. I like it.
Is that just because you picked out the recipe, or is it really good?
No, it's good.
Okay, guys, my final thoughts. This recipe tasted good, but it's kind of like when you go to a restaurant and you order your fettuccine Alfredo, and then you take it home the next day and heat it up, and there's all that oily stuff in the bottom. It still tastes good, it just doesn't look all that appetizing, and it's got some oil in the bottom. So I was right. Well, I didn't want to be right, but I was right. The cream in this recipe does not exactly lend itself well to the pressure cooker. Like I said, it still tastes good. It is still a successful recipe because it tastes good. However, I won't be making it again only because Daddy makes this same thing, and he makes it really, really creamy and yummy, and it doesn't take that long for him to make it either. So I think I would rather have Daddy's version. But yeah, this is quick and easy, and if you have all the ingredients, you can toss it in and it's done in no time, if you can get your pot to seal. You know, we had some issues with that, but that's okay. I still think this was a good recipe. I just won't make it again because we have a better way of doing it. But no, cream in the pressure cooker is not a good idea. Who thought dinner was awesome?
Me.
I thought it was okay. It wasn't terrible. It gets 1 thumb up from me, but I wouldn't give it like 1,000 thumbs up or nothing. Mia thought the noodles were a little bit too al dente. Jordan thought they were awesome, and Bibi is still eating.
And the red.
To be fair, it did sit on the table for a couple of hours. He just decided he still wanted his bread.
And my noodles too.
Were they good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So what do you think? Should we make this one again, or should we let Dad do it his way?
I say do both.
No, that's a good idea.
And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to make this channel strong, share it with your friends. And now, good night, YouTube. See you tomorrow. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe now. Line of bread and noodles.